guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while. Hope everybody's doing well. Today I wanted to do a VR for my buddy Brent Richards at Brent Richards and Baseball Cards. He asked us to talk about our favorite memories of going to baseball games and show some cards that are relevant based on the game and who was playing, etc. So super pumped to do it. Brent, congratulations on 400 subscribers. Great milestone. I remember when I hit my 400. It wasn't actually that long ago. So that's awesome. You have a great channel. Super happy for you to hit that milestone, and sounds like a fun VR. Looking forward to doing it here in a sec. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the VR. All right, guys. So there's a couple different games specifically, and then there's just more of some like eras I remember going to games. And I'm gonna start with when I first started going to Major League Baseball games. I was born in Virginia. Obviously, DC didn't have a baseball team back then, so didn't really go to any pro games until I moved to New Jersey in 1987. My dad's company had season tickets to the Mets, so we used to go to Mets games in 87. So obviously they won the series in 86, so it was 87. It was great. Lots of real positivity there. Obviously, these guys were playing Gooden and Strawberry, but you had Keith Hernandez, Gary Carter, kind of all the great Mets from the 80s, playing on that team back then. Remember going to Shea Stadium. That stadium was a dump, but it was just super, super fun going there. Just remember all those games. Remember going with the family, with friends from my dad from work. It was a great time. So there's not a specific game from back then that really stands out compared to others. It was just a great period of time for me, just when I first started going to major league games. So that was super fun. Had some pretty good Mets game stories. I actually went to a Mets game with a buddy of mine when I was in middle school, and his dad was probably one of the biggest, strongest dudes I'd ever known in my life. And he was kind of a scary looking dude, real big, diesel looking guy. He had a ponytail. He was kind of scary. And we were at the game once at Shea Stadium, and he went to go get, go get a beer or something. And it was just me, my buddy, and my buddy's mom. And there's a couple guys sitting a few rows behind us. I got pissed off about something, and they chucked their beer, and it hit my buddy's mom in the back. And she got up and she started yelling at him, and they started yelling at her back, which, as a kid, I thought that was kind of strange that there was these grown men yelling at a lady by herself. I thought that was strange. They were drunk, so that's not a big shock. And then his dad came back down, walked over and said, "Why are you yelling at my wife?" And it was kind of cool to see the legit fear in these guys' face. So that was pretty cool. That's one of my favorite Mets game memories. So after Mets, so knowing I'm a Yankees fan, obviously going to Yankees games at old Yankee Stadium, see my man Don Mattingly play. That was always super, super fun. Loved doing that. One time my dad took my brother and I to an old timers game at Yankee Stadium back in the late 80s, early 90s. Got to see all four of these guys on the field, which was really, really cool. Whitey Ford, Mantle, DiMaggio, Berra. Back then it was neat because whenever they had these guys out there, but whenever they would call out DiMaggio, they would refer to him as the greatest living ball player, which, just with these four, it's questionable. I mean, great player, but, he definitely had his ego, having them, required them to say that. But that was a blast watching these guys come out on the field. Obviously, they weren't playing so much, especially DiMaggio's older guy at that point. But it was just really cool to see those guys being in Yankee Stadium, seeing these guys on the field. That's just a cool memory that I had. And then I didn't really go to a bunch of baseball games after I started high school for a while, actually. I went to a game with my wife, actually, a Rockies game. We just bought tickets last minute, great seats, a couple rows behind first base. And we got to the game, and I really wasn't paying attention to what was going on. And every time Ichiro got up to bat, everybody stood up. And I'm like, okay, Ichiro's good, but why is everybody getting so excited about Ichiro? So I looked at my wife, my girlfriend at the time, and said, I don't understand why everybody's getting so pumped up about Ichiro. So she Googled it on her phone and said, hey, stupid, he has 2,999 hits. I said, holy crap. Next at bat, he had a triple and got his 3,000th hit at Coors Field. So that was a really cool game. It's just, to me, that's super ironic. I didn't go there to go see that happen. I didn't even realize that was happening at the time. I was completely out of it. And it was just really cool to, almost on accident, have these great seats to, such an important feat. Congratulations, Ichiro, getting in the Hall of Fame, by the way. And I would say my favorite baseball game memory was my parents got tickets for my mom, my dad, my brother, myself, and my daughter, who was really little at the time, tickets at Fenway Park, of all places, for Derek Jeter's last baseball game. So we went to that game rocking our Yankees gear at Fenway. It was a really, really great experience because anytime I'd been to Fenway prior, they hate the Yankees, which is fair because when you go to Yankee Stadium, they hate the Red Sox. But at that game, there was a lot of respect for Jeter. He got his final hit, which was awesome. He came off the field. They stopped the game for probably like an hour. They had all the Boston great athletes from all different sports come out on the field. They gave Jeter an award. He got multiple standing ovations from the Boston fans, and that was just really, really cool to experience that. So that game was for sure, out of all the games I've been to, the most memorable baseball game I've ever been to, just because of what it was, and being at Fenway Park for Jeter, which is just an interesting scenario, and it was just a blast. It was a great time with the family and everything. So that's probably my favorite baseball memory, was going to his last game. All right, guys. Well, those are my kind of key baseball game memories. I mean, there's a ton of them. I just don't want to, Brent said pick one. I already picked like 5, so I'm probably good there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Brent, again, buddy, congratulations on 400 subs. That's awesome. You have such a great channel. Looking forward to seeing it grow in the future. Also looking forward to watching everybody else's VRs on this one. It's a really fun VR. Thanks for asking us to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will talk to you guys later.